Hey yo, what's up everybody? Hope you're having a great day. PC Monkey with another Bitcoin video. Where's this dude? He doesn't upload any YouTube videos anymore. Well, I've been busy with my streams. Streams are going very nice. You could join and see it, but trades are going to golly. It's going down, bro. Equity is going down. Anyway, hope you guys doing okay. Don't forget this disclaimer that anything I said is or for only educational purpose only. Only for educational purpose only. All right. We had this dump. I didn't even check my previous video that I uploaded. Was it right? Was it wrong? Who knows? Who cares? Okay. Um, Essentially, I want to talk about here. We went here. We performed try to break out from this. It did make a higher high, grabbed liquidity of this and all of it before. What happened after that? We came back down. We came back down. We slowly came back down. We had this momentum candle showing that sellers are coming in. And as it was proceeding, I could see that the buyers are kinda getting weaker, right? How would you tell that? Well, when you take a look at the candlesticks, for example, right here, you don't see any wick from the downside. That means no buyers pushed it higher. And when you continue, you see that the buyers, the wicks to the upside is actually decreasing as well to the downside. When the upside decrease means the buyers can't push it higher, all right? Sellers are coming in. So you see maybe this one was buyer side, which hold it the high, but the rest of them, the wick to the upside, you see like this one, this one. These are the signs of, it's gonna go to the other way probably. And it's a very good sign here that we could see after we went up, we got rejected, and then the next red candle only grabbed the lower side of this wick, retested it, got rejected, and so on and so forth until here, until literally this one. So when you take a look at this one, you're like, okay, buyers are entering, right? And it hold it right here again. So this level was a level that buyers were interested at that point. You know why? Well, we hold it here, went up a little bit. Sellers pushed it down again. We hold it here, a little bit higher than this. They pushed it up. They made a higher high than this one, obviously. Then it pushed back down, and here was when sellers pushed it down, and then buyers picked it back up and came all the way here. But then they couldn't hold it, so it became like this. So after something like this, you expect maybe a candle to the upside. When you see it goes red like this, right? Then you would need to be cautious. And this is a 1 hour we're talking about. I think 1 hour is enough. We could do 4 hour later. Nonetheless, it dumped, and obviously the candle after that, even you could enter anywhere in here because this was literally pure sells. No wick to the upside, no buyers tried to push it to the upside, no wicks from the downside that much, no buyers defended the sell. That was happening. Next candle literally goes in all the way till here. Now where is this? If you take a look at it on a 4 hour, you would know where this is. Right here, guys. It's this. I didn't draw any. I didn't, picked it up, and you could even see this one. Let's take a look at this one. You could even see this one here. These were all the volume imbalances that got filled, right? In what candle? In one candle. And then it continued. So all of them are filled right now. This one is filled. This one is filled. I'm going to remove them because we don't need them anymore. And there you go. And this was your buy side liquidity right from here, from these two. Came all the way, even went a little bit lower. The sell side push was too much, even went a little bit lower. After that, it picked it back up. Now, if you take a look at it on a lower time frame, like a 5 minute, what you see here is a 4 leg or 5 leg move. Doesn't matter. Both will do. Now, I've drawn this for myself when it was here, so I was like, maybe it stops here, come back down, but it looks like the buyers are kind of strong here. So this is the first one, second one, and obviously we know the third one is doing what? grabbing the liquidity of the first and the second. Going back up all the way till here. This is going to be your fourth one, and this is going to be your fifth one. And who knows what's next. This actually doesn't really matter. This one doesn't matter. It's all until here. I took a look at a 1 hour here. All right, now since we're here, I feel like this level is where it's gonna get touched first. Then maybe a rejection. Now the rejection could be huge. We could come back down and retest the lows around here. All right, or fill this volume imbalance that we have. And keep in mind today we do have what? CME. We have a CPI. We have a CPI, guys. All right, we have a CPI. It could fail this, right? Or it could come and fill this, which I think this one is possible too. Today is going to be a volatile day. The question is, obviously, if we go above this, right, then there's this area. But not until we go above this momentum candle, this big one, that we could have hope for this. Essentially, go above this white line to have hope for the highs. If you get rejected here, and you could see buyers were testing it here, it got rejected. So it's like a good point of control. Not a good point of, I mean, it could be a good point of control if you're talking about this area. But nonetheless, if you want to talk about the whole big one, like we're talking about here, this was a level, and the level was lost right here, right? Now let's take a look at a fixed volume volume range. We are at the lower high. I'm sorry, we are at the value area high. This is the point of control, guys. The place that we have to regain. And this is value area high, obviously, right? So it's come down to retest it probably. And after that, it's going to make itself to the upside if it wants to. Maybe fill here with a wick. Makes sense. I gotta, remove these ticks these days. Fill here with a wick right around here. Maybe this the midline, and then continue back up. So this is it for this chart. I want to talk about Dixie before I go anywhere else. Take a look at Dixie, guys. Dixie's picking back up. Dixie is picking it back up, guys. We could see. If this continues, obviously Dixie will go for higher ranges, and this is CPI today. We have CPI once again. Dixie could touch this navy blue line, or it could touch this line. Any of these two lines is possible. Obviously, this navy blue line is intersecting with a pink line, so we know this is a high probability. SPX yesterday slowly going up, guys. Slowly, very slowly. It's like crawling up. So at some point, it might just spike up here. What is this? This is one of the sell side volume imbalance at a very high level. I could say it's the second high here. It's the second high, and this will be the higher. This will be the sell side liquidity around here. Going above this, then mamma mia, we're gonna see another high on SPX, which is kind of like interesting, right? With all the shit that the economy is going through right now, the U.S. economy, kind of interesting. Going above this, then it would be a high. Now, VIX picked it up yesterday and then dropped back. This 4 hours, sorry. Picked it up yesterday and then dropped it back down. So the beginning of the market was was a little bit of participant. Then everybody left. No one cares. Everybody cares about today. Now I want to talk about this chart as well. Not this chart. This chart. So on this chart, there are a couple of places that is worth thinking about. Okay. First place, if I put it on a 5-minute. Was it this chart though? I think it was this chart. Hold on. Gotta find it first. I forgot. No, it's not. It is this chart. It is this chart. Okay. So let's zoom in on a 1 hour. I don't want to talk about 5 minutes. 5 minutes is for scalpers. So what are you seeing here, trend line wise? Obviously, the first thing that gets to your eyes, I usually like to draw these with you guys when I am either recording or I'm streaming. Okay, so the first thing that I see on a trend line chart on a higher time frame that gets my attention is this purple line. It was all support, even here got rejected here. Maybe another one here. Maybe another one there. And it makes sense. It does a so it has to break this. It has to break this, retest it for a continuation. If this trend line is still valid though. Alright. If the trend line is still valid though. Nonetheless, this was just a rectangle. Nothing really. You could draw some trend line, as you guys could see. I've drawn a lot of trend line, but these are all lower time frames, okay? These are all like 5 minute, 30 minute maybe. But if you take a look at it like a 1 hour, all you see is this. You could draw a line, but it's this. It's really nothing. It's just a parallel channel to the downside, which played out. Right here. Right here. So right now it's consolidating here. Like I said, it could pick up down around here. This is a previous daily close. So it usually tries to, on a candlestick wise, right? Usually tries to retest this. I'm going to draw a red line here. We'll see if this gets hit on the trend line chart. Right now it's coming down. Probably, it's going to come down a little bit more. But keep in mind the CPI, and we're getting close to the market, and we're in a London market. Asian market literally didn't do anything today, did it? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know the timing on the Asian market if I don't have the indicator, so I'm just too lazy to add it right now. Nonetheless, this area again is a good area to be touched on a trend line. We don't have any trend line there, but I think we could just break this, wick there, and then come back here and hold this line, hold the purple line. And the purple line will be around 42,300. After that, we're talking about this purple line, all the purple line. Talking about this purple line, which is around here, right? And this purple line. Now, I would take this one, and you might wonder why, because this was as a resistance, okay? And actually, I'm going to take it a little bit higher, like this. This looks cool. Could be actually a little bit higher too, right here. Yeah. Last rejection, 2 rejections. The rest was inside of it. Makes sense. Essentially, we're talking about this area, right? This navy blue line. Let me just change this to another line so you guys don't. It's just a blue line now. Getting above this, then we're talking about the high again. The 4 hours, obviously, it's just a pump and dump, right? Just a pump and dump and some consolidation. Really, nothing you could draw. Can you draw anything here? I don't see any kind of trend lines. Lately, trend lines work when we're in a trend, right? They work like this. We're in a trend. You see the trend. But when we go into consolidation like this, or we have this impulsive moves, you really can't draw trend lines on it. With that being said, last thing I want to add is USDT dominancy, which someone told me recently, and I think it plays a role. So USDT dominancy right now, as it looks, it did a double top. And right now it's here. So with this impulsive move, usually we want to retrace the move around here. All right. Let me remove all of this. Usually want to retrace the move around there. And then we got these 3 lines that I think they could be in play for a wick down. Maybe the top, maybe the middle. I don't think the bottom, the absolute bottom, will be in. And let me just move it a little bit lower because it's the absolute bottom. I don't think this one will get touched again, but I think the mid one will be touched again. Now, if you take a look at it, and this is a 1 hour time frame, we are doing something like this, which is a descending wedge. So maybe a breakout again, retest the area, retest around this area. I like to make this as white. Give me a second. Retest around this area, and then continue to down. And I think with this pump, if we get the pump, Bitcoin will be essentially testing this line. If it happens, I believe, yeah. I mean, when we get the dump, on USDT, if USDT pumping right now, I think we're gonna retest this area, maybe even the lower side. I don't know, but I like to take the mid or the lower on a retest, and on a move, I like to get the top or the mid again. Now, I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, well, I'm short on time, unfortunately. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry I'm not putting that much videos again. Like, I've decided to stream more than putting videos. I feel like that way it's better for me, and I enjoy it more. And I'm sometimes in a rush to just start streaming because I like streaming a lot. I like to talk to people, to hang out with a bunch of people that do the same thing as I do, and they share their own opinion, and I'd like to understand what they're thinking, even if I don't like what they do, but I like to understand and find out what they do, even if like it's not a match for my methodology, or I feel like I cannot do what they do. It doesn't mean I cannot hear them, right? Thank you all for watching this. Thank you all for all the supports you do over YouTube, over everywhere. Join my Twitch and Kick stream if you like. I'll be happy to know if you joined it. Until next time, bye bye.